Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're hopping into the next episode of The Wire. This is Season 2, Episode 5, titled Undertow. So last time on The Wire, the gang is coming back together. Those of you who've been following along with my reactions, I have seen all of Season 1. Reactions are available in the playlist on my channel. Full reactions available on Patreon. So what I mean by the gang, obviously if you've been following along, you know what I mean. But for those who are just, whatever, passing by and just need a refresher, Daniels is now leading this investigation against Frank and the guys on the docks, because apparently Valchek had been assigned a bunch of schmucks by Burrell, and now that Valchek has Burrell by the balls, because Burrell is waiting for this election thing to come and go, he's waiting for his promotion, and Valchek can hurt him, I guess. So now he's got him. Burrell's like, fine, whatever. I'll give you whoever you want. Just give me a list of names. He got everybody he wanted, with the exception of McNulty. Rawls was basically like, you're not getting McNulty. The only way he's getting off that boat is if he dies or if he quits. So there we go. Kima's coming back into play, which is great. Daniels is leading the case, like I said. Their significant others are respectively upset, like understandably so. Especially from Kima's point of view. Her wife, they're married, right? They're together. Wife, I think that's the thing. Kima was like a desk cop at this point, you know, and basically now she's dragged back into being a street cop, back into the danger. We saw it like emphasized when Kima had to just get out of the car and stop those guys from harassing some lady in the car ahead of them. It's in her. It's naturally inside of her to be a cop, to be that type of police, and just be out on the streets, you know, doing the right thing, you know, righting the wrongs, no matter how small they are. And I get where her SO is coming from, her significant other, but at the same time, you have to have people that jump into things. It's fine to be like, oh yeah, you could just call the police and have them deal with it, but if you're able and capable of stopping like a crime or anything that you feel like is wrong, you should be able to, you know, without any sort of like repercussions or whatever. But I'm just saying, I get both sides of the equation here. So Undertow, we're just gonna hop in and see what happens with this. I'm really interested in what's going on with the prison stuff, because Avon's a mastermind. You know, he basically concocted this plan that not only takes care of the problem Tillman, but also gets him out of prison early, because he magically comes up with the information. And the guards or the people up top, and you know, the suits, they're wise to this. Even that one guy, he was like what, really? Like we know he's behind this, and they're just like, well, do you have any evidence? We're just gonna just prosecute and just basically charge what we can charge, you know, and just call it a day. Which is crazy to think that that's how the system works, but it is what it is. And I'm trying to figure out what else is going on. I guess we're just gonna hop in and just figure it out together. But I do want to remind you guys before I hop in, if you guys want to catch the whole thing with me and avoid the YouTube highlights, Patreon's the place to go, where you can find the full-length, uncut, unedited reactions, plus early access to everything else you see here on the channel, and much, much more. Patreon exclusives, all that. Of course, if you're no under obligation to support me over there, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and of course, share with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, let's stop talking. Let's hop into this episode, and we'll just talk about it immediately afterwards. All right, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and here we go.
Ain't but 290 here. God damn it, Frog. When you work a G-Pack for a guy, kickback's supposed to be 500.
Stash got hit, yo.
You best know I ain't playing, motherfucker.
What are you gonna do, Ziggy?
Okay, that's how you want it? Fine. I'm gonna see who you fucking with. I look like a fucking punk. What the fuck is your problem, asshole?
Ziggy! No way.
Where the money at?
Oh, Jesus. Jackpot.
Jeez.
What the fuck you think this is, huh, man?
Ziggy is way in over his head. Same as cheese.
Take the coat, all right? I paid too large for it. And I can get 700 more by the end of the week.
Not even a black man can style that shit. You know what I'm saying, man?
Ziggy.
I'm gonna get your money by Friday, and then you'll see there's no need to get all fucking dramatic out here.
I ain't paid by Friday. You dead by Saturday. Take my man ride.
Fuck, I need that!
So what happened? Did these guys set him up or what? Okay, Ziggy.
Fuck you!
Oh man. That sucks.
Belcher gave me the pick of his district.
I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm asking why you would choose me after what happened last go-round.
That's true, you were a rat bastard.
Why take a man who already burned you once?
Right. Because it takes, like, guff.
If I caught him once, he might be the last son of a bitch to try it twice. And I'm guessing you got enough shame on you from the last time so that it won't happen again. As far as I'm concerned, those stripes on your sleeve aren't earned. On this detail, Detective Greggs runs your team.
Same as it ever was.
And you're lucky. Fresh start? Yeah.
Here. Stick that on that thing there, will you?
The cleat? Look at you.
How's
Maybe
Bub
it's just
Snow
me,
and not
but
McNulty?
something's way the fuck wrong with this picture. What the hell is that?
Baltimore not.
Baltimore not.
What can
The
I
Baltimore
tell you? My
not
detecting
not.
days are over.
What the fuck you had me hunting Beaumont in for?
Oh yeah, he got stuck up. What happened?
They said you could reach me at this number.
Okay.
Leave a message.
Good work, Bubs.
Go get some smack. Cab fare.
You need to get your ass over to Southeastern today. You're detailed temporarily.
Whoa, Colonel. Respectfully, did you just fuck me over without giving me even half a chance to clear this case?
When I fuck you over, you'll know it. And you, Detective Moreland, are now all alone with 14 red names.
Really?
We're here because Valchik wants us here. Because he believes this man and his down-at-the-heels union local has too much money. You three, do what you do best. Find out where the port folks like to cop on a Friday night and set up some hand-to-hands.
Cool, Lester Smooth. Hey, what's that, man?
Who we chasing? Frank Sabatka? Me and Buck Warner were fucking with this guy last week, working that case about those dead girls in the container. Why are you guys on him?
Because my father-in-law hates his guts, which in the Southeastern goes for probable cause.
So you're thinking drugs?
In this fucking town, what other crime is there?
Yeah, right.
You know I would have been down here sooner. It's just with Terrell being sick and all. D, I got everything we need paid for.
He didn't give a fuck about what she's saying.
Darnett, they playing you with that we family and it's all about love. That's how they do. It's just about business, Darnett.
Motherfucker said it ain't shit.
Nah, I ain't say that.
Oh shit.
Hey, yo, that's enough. Yo, let that shit be. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, motherfucker?
What just happened?
Hey, yo, B! Shit jumping
Oh
off the
man.
bitch, yo.
Damn, he got fucked up. You good, man?
What the fuck was that? Fiend bad mouthing that shit saying Death Grip ain't all that. So now we beating niggas' ass over speaking the truth?
Oh, okay. He's just talking shit about their stuff.
Somebody gotta pull a stringer up on this.
Do you?
Jesus, what the fuck happened? Fucking niggers got me. And they got Princess, too. You hear me? They got my fucking car. If I had had a gun, I swear to God, I would have capped every one of those motherfuckers.
Bought a fucking package, didn't you? Didn't you?
Serves you right, you stupid fuck.
Ziggy's the dead man. How much do you owe them? 2 + 7?
Nikki, It ain't my fault, all right? It ain't.
You sure?
They got Princess, man. They're holding her for fucking ransom.
Are they holding it for ransom, or they're just keeping it?
I need 2,700.
You're a drug dealer. Go sell some fucking drugs. You fucked up the package, didn't you, Zig?
How's he gonna get out of this?
They're gonna kill me.
I ain't got it for you, Zig.
Ziggy. Another picture.
You cocksuckers.
Oh, it's a fingerprint. I thought I was looking at the name.
Fuck with my ass, will you?
What are you gonna do with that?
Well done, Mr. Bell. You got 5 minutes? Absolutely. Something I'm thinking about. Maybe you can help me out with.
I'll try.
It'd be funny if he was a bad student.
What
That
are
would
the
just.
options when you got an inferior product in an aggressive marketplace?
Ha!
Well, if you have a large share of the market, you buy up the competition.
Mmm.
Reduce price to increase market share.
That assumes low overhead.
Of course, otherwise you operate at a loss. You know, the new CEO of WorldCom was faced with this very problem. The company was linked to one of the largest fraud cases in history. So he proposed
to change the name.
Exactly.
So Death Grip no longer? I didn't even know it was called Death Grip, to be honest. Cops, cops, cops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whistle, whistle.
Thomas Bakusa. Come on down.
The fuck is that?
You lie to us, you hurt our feelings. You lie to them, it's perjury.
Can I get a hot dog to go, my guy? Damn.
You used to be a lot more fun, you know that, B?
Grand jury for the Circuit Court of Baltimore City.
You work the Atlantic Light, right? Everybody on that ship testifies.
About what?
About them girls in the can. He thinks we'd leave them there on the dock in a box, dying there in the dark because...
Well, and he's not wrong.
What reason would we have to want girls to die like that?
Yeah.
Why would any of us leave them in there if we knew anything about it?
He's like not lying either. He's like telling the truth. Just not in the context that we think.
And I got too much respect for women not to be pissed off at what's in your heads right now.
But of all the cans on the terminal, that's the one you lose in the stacks.
You didn't know shit, goddammit! What you're forgetting, detective, is that every IBS local on the East Coast has had its ass in front of a federal grand jury 2 or 3 times already. Our books have been open to the Justice Department for 8 years. We're here through Bobby Kennedy, Tricky Dick Nixon, and half a dozen other sons of bitches.
It's weird because in this case, I like the characters of the cops, but I feel like I should be on Frank's side.
Australian or one of those A countries. Is that correct?
Indeed.
And you were approximately 50 feet from the shooter?
Give or take.
Mr. Little, at that distance, how were you able to determine who manufactured the weapon?
I wouldn't.
Then how were you able to relate that information to the detectives?
Bird showed it to me.
Before the murder?
Which murder we talking?
Bird committed more than one murder?
Fish gotta swim, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, Bird always off showing that thing to everybody. I ain't really paid the boy no mind till y'all came and showed him some interest.
If you wouldn't mind waiting outside, I'd like a few words with Officer McNulty.
I thought he did good.
Dress him up at least. I can't have him on the stand looking like that.
Like what?
Anything with a tie.
What now?
Well, you telling me you never had a CI down there, right?
Like who?
You ain't got no informants on the dock? They say
If she
police is only
did,
as good as his informants.
you would go there first, right?
Hey, what's up, bro? You need a little hop? I be, bro. Going home, my niggas running back. All right, one.
A grand jury.
They snatched up some of our guys. The only guy they got that even knows you had a can that day was Horse. He ain't gonna say shit to nobody.
You sure?
Oh, they're gonna kill Horse.
Don't ever worry about him. My uncle neither.
These were local police, right? Yeah. Their interest is in the girls. That happened on the ship. The ship is gone. A dead end. You tell your uncle I will meet with him.
Says he wants to meet with the Greek.
I'm nervous. I don't want them to kill Frank.
About that other business. The chemicals.
What do you need him for?
Don't ask.
Everything is just business with us. We buy for a nickel.
It's probably something super evil.
Yeah?
Poisoning children's hospitals or some shit.
So I tell him, D, why you acting like that?
Oh
You
boy.
just sit there like I ain't say a damn thing.
Stringer could get anybody, but he wants this, what, as a power move?
Your father bucking us, little man. What you think about that, huh? I think you're right.
Stringer making me nervous too. I don't know about this.
Hey, what's up? Came to see a man about a car. Hey, yo, you got more money, man? That's what we came to talk about.
Yo, man, we thought maybe we could work something out so you can get what's yours.
How you plan to do that? Camaro with a 350 in it? It's got to be worth more than $3 grand.
That ride ain't worth nothing near 3,000.
What'd you do to it?
Have a look.
It's on fire. Man.
Who else am I gonna ask?
I ain't no snitch, Beatty. Not even for you am I a snitch.
I'm thinking, here's a guy, and we had some times together. He's still a good guy, someone I could talk to about this.
How come it didn't go nowhere?
You did good. Who knows?
What an awkward thing to ask.
All of a sudden, you're a cop.
Help me with this, man.
Used to be us checkers did everything with paper and a pencil, right? Every move on the ship. We wrote it down. When that ship sails and there ain't no problems, then that paper gets tossed. That don't happen today, right? Nothing gets tossed anymore.
The computer. Thanks, man.
Don't lead him on now. Come on.
Well,
your car's gone, man.
Good news and bad, Zig.
Good news, got another week. Bad news, your car's gone.
Still gonna kill you. What the fuck can you get?
Yeah, I thought that was the reverse.
You cancel your car insurance. One-on-one.
One more time with that toothpick, I'm gonna stab him in the fucking eye with it.
Alright, relax, man.
Who got the good shit? Eastside. This nigga Milton got a smoker. Prop Joe. This Jamaican cat who got the strip on K Street. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm cutting shit with shit right now, trying to cheat, but sooner or later.
I hear you, man. I'm on it.
You working it out with D?
Boy gotta find his own way.
I'm saying, you know, I think we should keep reaching out to this kid, get something to him and his girl. I don't know, show him that we got a plan. Take some real estate, put it in D's name. We got something to come home to.
Do it.
That's nice. Yeah, but then String would be responsible for it and like have him under his thumb where he wants him, I'm guessing.
They're throwing my people in the back of police cars, and this asshole can't even talk face to face. I'm done. I'm out. I don't need nothing more to do with you people. I don't need the trouble or the money. I got a union to run.
Sweeten the pot.
Potassium permanganate.
Welcome to the library internet search.
You even know what the fuck you're doing there, Zig?
You know, while you local 47 boys were having bulk cargo dropped on your heads, we was out grabbing a future by the balls.
MSN search? Haven't seen that in years. Street drugs? Come on, man.
Fucking toasted.
Okay, maybe you should, like, get away from this.
Frank, these officers are...
Yeah, I know who they are.
Frank here helped set the system up. He can probably explain it a lot better than I can.
Well, he was saying that the computer makes it hard to steal off the docks.
You can lose a cam by accident, no problem. For one thing, these handhelds use radio waves. Sometimes them waves get knocked down. That happens, the can don't get entered. Or simpler than that, you got fat fingers. No offense.
You're saying that's what happened to the cam with the girls in it?
Beatty, darling, I don't know what happened there. If you go by the computer, it might look like there's some kind of dirt going down when it's really just a glitch in the system. Look, you want to keep pulling our chain, you can. But it ain't like it's just that one box that went missing. We lose them some bitches all the time.
They're playing us.
Really?
Y'all heard of WorldCom?
All right, let's try this.
This is interesting because now he can apply his education, what he learned.
All right, Death Grip ain't shit.
You change up the name.
What else?
Change the caps from red to blue, right? Make it look like we got some fresh shit. Boo.
Yeah.
Give each tower its own name, right? And then we do like some fake competing. So a fiend gets some bad shit from one, he go back to the other.
And there's a thinking man right there.
See, nigga, ain't that what the fuck I just said?
3 boxes. All of them on the Wilhelmina. And you should tell your uncle it's 3 times the usual fee for each.
Nice.
We checked on those chemicals. We looked into that. I was worried, you know? Before I deliver, I want to know what you need it for.
Don't ask.
You use that shit to process drugs, don't you? Cocaine.
Do you want to know this? I just typed it into the Google machine. Or the MSN search machine.
They're dead. All I'm trying to do is get word to the families.
O jeigu aš pažinčiau vieną iš tų mergaičių, ar aš galėčiau čia pasilikti?
What?
She wants to know if she knows a girl, does she get to stay?
Yes. Give me information, you can stay. So people do know something. It's just that they want to stay and not be sent back. Go fuck yourself, detective.
You want a good restaurant for dinner, or are you headed right back?
So while they just are left in cage. The fuck?
Computer?
To run a trace on the missing containers from the Port Administration's database.
We need to know who left those girls on the dock and why.
We're supposed to be on Sabatka and the Checkers Union anyway, so folding one investigation into the other makes sense.
I'm not bringing you open murders anywhere near this detail. That's a loser for us.
Rawls, Landsman, they have no patience for anything but a quick shake.
We got enough room here for it anyway.
You can sit up here at the offsite, and we can share information, but the murders stay with homicide.
Right.
Unless, of course, you find a suspect.
Okay. That works, right?
This horse working the Wilhelmina today?
I told that motherfucker we were done.
Said it's triple rate for every can. Triple?
Money talks! He's like, alright.
Call Horse in the tower. Tell him he's working the Wilhelmina.
All right.
It's now or never for us. I got no choice.
The writing's on the fucking wall.
Fuck the wall.
Really? Okay, guys, so that was The Wire Season 2, Episode 5, titled Undertow. Really good episode. We're really pushing the story forward. Oh man, things are starting to get all spicy. Things are starting to spicing up in terms of the narrative and the story. I'm really liking what we're doing with kind of like on each side of the stories. Like each group, like we got Bunk, Beatty, and was it Lester? They're trying to do the whole port thing. I like that. Then on the other side, we got Stringer kind of still learning, taking those community college classes and then kind of like applying what he learned and then, teaching that to the next generation, which is his boys. He wants them to wisen up and start thinking of this more than just selling drugs. Like this is like a legitimate business. And I really like how he kind of thinks about things and processes things. We didn't really do much in terms of the D storyline, but we did get the connection between his girl, his son. They did kind of have a semi-reunion. D was obviously paying more attention to his son rather than what his girl had to say, because you guys did remind me that in season 1, she was like at the nag, while he was like, I'm going to work. I think I even remember that reaction. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, she's still talking, So yeah, I totally get that, he's not really, he probably wouldn't give a fuck if he found out Stringer was hitting that, and of course Stringer still seems to have a hold on D in some way or another. And the fact that they're just setting up this story to be where it feels like they're doing D a favor by getting up a piece of real estate or however they phrased it. But in reality, that just means Stringer is just going to be behind that once again and kind of continue to keep D under his thumb. I'm not sure if I'm reading into that situation correctly or not, but that's just the feeling I'm getting. Because there's a lot of stuff like behind the what we see, the surface level of Stringer Bell, you know. But he's very compelling, and I can't wait to see how he kind of evolves his business using the education. You know what I mean? Everything he's learning. I kind of want to see him kind of progress and kind of just almost I don't know change the game. Kind of does that make sense? Like change the way everything works. You know, kind of reinvent the wheel, sort of thing. Um, what else is happening? Jimmy's Jimmy. Oh man, it feels like oh, the interesting stuff. Like I feel like the interesting stuff is like revolving around Frank. I think Frank is quickly becoming like my favorite character of the season. He's not like surpassing stuff like Jimmy, but I'm just saying in terms of like new characters that they've set up, he's definitely like my favorite new character. You know, and I feel bad for Ziggy. I knew he was gonna get his ass into some trouble, and of course now he has like a week, probably less right now, maybe until next episode, to cough up the 2700, or otherwise those guys are gonna kill him. You know, and of course, naturally, Ziggy bit off more than he can chew, lost his car, his coat was like ripped and basically laughed at. You know, so we got to save Ziggy, guys, and everyone seems to be between a rock and a hard place you know, at this situation. Nikki, he's trying to appease his girl Amy so they can kind of move in someplace and kind of legit have someplace to call their own. But Ziggy's now in trouble. And, you know, it makes me wonder what they're going to do to kind of save this. I mean, with the deal that they have with the Greek and now getting 3 times the rate per container, you would think they could use some of that money to save Ziggy. I think that's the plan. I'm not sure, though. But this episode was good nonetheless. It's setting up a lot of things. I can't wait to see how the season progresses and how, you know, what we find because we got whatchamacallit, DNRs. Daniel's running the case with Kima and Carve and Herc. They were all like on the streets doing the usual, their surveillance, taking pictures and all that. So basically, they're all we're cooking things, and we can't wait to see what the end result is going to be. So that being said, I think that's about it. But nonetheless, this season is like just as good as season one, if not just a tad better, just because I kind of like it feels like I understand what's happening now. I understand the world, I understand like the inner workings, who's who, kind of it's not as confusing as season one. And not to say that season one is like confusing. I'm just saying for a show like that, for being a realistic, in your face type of show, you know, and it doesn't baby you, it doesn't, you know, hold your hand. It's like if you know, you know, if you don't, you know. You know, so I'm just like I'm really kind of impressed with how consistent it is and how consistently good it is. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it there. But yeah, I just really can't wait to see what this season has once we get to the end, what it has to offer in the end, and how we lead into season 3. And I'm already thinking about the future. So it's a good show nonetheless, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. So yeah. All right, guys. If you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, that option is available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below, or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below. If you want to see me react to next, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and of course, share with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The Wire Season 2, Episode 6. Until then, adios, guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.